Number 9, genetic engineering. Some French theories suggest that the Atlanteans were capable of genetic engineering and could modify their own biology to enhance their physical or mental capabilities. This could include the creation of superhumans, hybrids, or even interspecies interactions, potentially linked to ancient aliens or divine beings. Genetic manipulation might have been used to perfect the race or even attempt to create a more resilient species capable of surviving the cataclysm that eventually destroyed Atlantis. The Atlantean influence in other cultures. The technology of Atlantis is sometimes believed to have been passed on or rediscovered by other ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians, Sumerians, and Indus Valley civilizations, which may explain the sudden leap in knowledge from pyramid construction to advanced mathematics and astronomy. Some theorists argue that the pyramids, Stonehenge, and other ancient sites were built using knowledge or technology that originated in Atlantis, indicating a lingering influence even after the civilization's supposed destruction. Conclusion. These mythologies often blend elements of science fiction, mystical traditions, and the imaginations of various authors and researchers. While there is no historical archaeological evidence to support the idea of advanced Atlantean technology, the stories continue to captivate the imagination, providing a backdrop for many speculative theories about lost civilizations, ancient knowledge, and the possibilities of forgotten technologies. So, if a civilization were to have infiltrated the Atlanteans, the technology could be released to the world. Yes, in theory, if a civilization were to have infiltrated Atlantis, whether through subversion, espionage, or some form of collaboration, it could lead to the release of Atlantean technology to the world, potentially altering the course of history. This idea is often explored in speculative fiction, alternative history, and some conspiracy theories. Here's how such a scenario might unfold. Number 1, infiltration and knowledge transfer. Internal subversion. A foreign or rival civilization could infiltrate the Atlantean society through spies, defectors, or even alliances. Members of the infiltrating civilization might gain access to Atlantean secrets, including their advanced technologies, scientific knowledge, and possibly even their spiritual practices. Espionage or knowledge transfer. Once infiltrators gain knowledge of Atlantis' advanced technology, crystals, energy manipulation, teleportation, etc., they could have secretly taken that knowledge back to their civilizations. This knowledge might have been shared with key figures or rulers, who could then implement it with their own societies. Number 2, leakage of technology to other civilizations. If Atlantean technology were released, it might first spread through intermediary civilizations such as the Egyptians, Sumerians, or others who were either geographically close to Atlantis or who had established trade and diplomatic relations with them. Advanced weaponry. Atlantean weapons and energy systems could have influenced the development of early warfare technologies in neighboring regions. This might explain sudden advances in military capabilities in ancient civilizations. Building techniques and architecture. Knowledge of how to build massive stone structures, harness energy from the earth, or even create floating cities could have been passed down through these civilizations, explaining the construction of monumental structures like the pyramids, ziggurats, and megalithic sites. Number 3, Atlantean knowledge as a catalyst for technological progress. Science and astronomy. Atlantean knowledge might have included sophisticated understanding of the stars, planets, and the laws of nature. If passed on, it could accelerate the development of ancient astronomy, mathematics, and architecture. Crystal and energy technology. The advanced crystal technologies described in Atlantean myths could have sparked the use of energy crystals on their equivalents in ancient societies. Some conspiracy theories even suggest that ancient knowledge of free energy might have lost or hidden throughout history, but elements of it were passed down secretly. Cultural and spiritual advancements. The Atlanteans might have had knowledge of consciousness expansion techniques, psychic abilities, and the mastery of energy fields, which could have influenced later spiritual practices and esoteric knowledge found in cultures around the world. Number 4, the modern day revelation. In a more contemporary scenario, the rediscovery or release of Atlantean technologies could have a profound impact on the modern world. With the growth of global connectivity, and the ancient technologies that were once concealed or lost could resurface through hidden archaeological findings, ancient texts, or even modern day whistleblowers claiming knowledge of the Atlantean legacy. Technological leap. The release of such technology would lead to a rapid technological leap in fields such as energy production, transportation, and possibly even human evolution or consciousness exploration. This would be simple. This would be similar to how the Industrial Revolution radically transformed societies, but on a much larger scale. Potential global consciousness. Political and economic shifts. If advanced technologies were revealed to the public, it could dramatically shift the global balance of power. Nations or entities with access to these technologies might gain significant geopolitical leverage, especially if it involves energy sources or weapons of mass destruction. Environmental impact. The release of Atlantean energy technologies, such as free energy devices, could help address global environmental crisis, providing solutions to energy shortages and reducing reliance on fossil fuels. On the other hand, misuse of these technologies could lead to the catastrophic outcomes as suggested by the mythological accounts of Atlantis' fall due to the irresponsible use of powerful technologies. Culture renaissance or collapse. The discovery of these technologies could spark a cultural renaissance, inspiring a new era of exploration, innovation, and collaboration. Alternatively, the sudden revelation could cause societal collapse if misused or if there is a lack of understanding about the potential consequences of such power. The role of prophecy and ancient knowledge. Many myths surrounding Atlantis include prophecies or warnings about the misuse of their technology. If such a civilization's technology were released to the world, it could be framed as a fulfillment of an ancient prophecy or the unfolding of a preordained event, as suggested by the various mystical traditions. This could inspire a new global spiritual movement or trigger fears of an impending apocalypse. The role of extraterrestrial involvement. Some theories suggest that the Atlanteans were either influenced by extraterrestrial beings or were themselves extraterrestrials, leading to the even greater technological divergence from what was possible at the time. If this were the case, the released technology could be far more advanced than any human civilization could currently comprehend, potentially ushering in a new era of human evolution guided by extraterrestrial knowledge. Secrecy and hidden agendas. Even if such technology were to be discovered, there would likely be forces in power that would attempt to control, conceal, and monopolize it. Governments, corporations, or shadow organizations might work to suppress certain knowledge to maintain control over the status quo, hiding the most advanced or dangerous technologies from the public. Conclusion. The concept of an infiltrating civilization releasing Atlantean technologies to the world presents both possibilities of great advancement and potential catastrophe. Depending on the specific technologies involved, whether energy manipulation, weapons, or knowledge of consciousness, the outcome would depend on how humanity chooses to use these powerful tools. Such a scenario would not only reshape technological progress, but could also provoke deep philosophical, political, and spiritual shifts across the world. Knowing that, how does history through the world make sense? The idea that advanced technologies from a lost civilization like Atlantis could influence the course of history adds a layer of depth to our understanding of human development, especially when considering certain mysterious leaps in knowledge, sudden advancements, or unexplained phenomena in ancient history. Here's how history might make more sense through this lens. Sudden technological leaps in ancient civilizations. Sudden advances in knowledge. If advanced knowledge are number one, sudden advances in knowledge. If advanced knowledge from Atlantis, such as energy manipulation, crystal technology, or engineering techniques, was transferred to early civilizations, it could explain the sudden leaps in human development. For example, the pyramids of Egypt and Stonehenge exhibit architectural precision that seems out of place for the time periods that were constructed. The precise alignment of these structures with celestial bodies, the use of enormous stones, and the engineering involved might suggest knowledge that was far beyond what we'd expect from the cultures of their era. Sumerian and Babylonian astronomy were remarkably advanced with knowledge of celestial bodies, eclipses, and constellations that seem to have been passed down, discovered in a very short period, possibly due to contact with advanced civilizations like Atlantis or others. Technological stagnation and rediscovery. After these early civilizations were exposed to Atlantean technology, knowledge may have been lost over time due to wars, natural disasters, societal collapses. What followed were periods of technological stagnation, where humanity had to rebuild from scratch, only to rediscover these advanced technologies later in history, such as the Renaissance, or even in modern era with the discoveries like electricity or quantum physics. Mythology and oral traditions. Shared mythologies and archetypes. Many ancient cultures across the world have similar creation myths, gods with advanced powers, and tales of sun-skinned civilizations, such as the story of Atlantis in the West or the Mu in the Pacific. These shared narratives could be the remnants of real ancient knowledge and the experience preserved in mythological form from Atlantis or other advanced civilizations fell. The flood myth. The recurring global theme of a great flood that wiped out the advanced civilizations such as Noah's Ark in the Bible or Sumerian flood myth. Could be a cultural phenomenon or a catastrophic event that led to the fall of Atlantis. The flood may have been a metaphor or literal event caused by the destruction of the advanced technology they were using. Gods and extraterrestrials. The gods who bestowed knowledge upon humanity in many cultures, like the Greek gods or the ancient Mesopotamian deities, might be interpreted as representations of highly advanced beings, possibly Atlantean survivors or extraterrestrials, sharing knowledge of technology, science, and spirituality with human beings. Lost technologies and ancient artifacts. Unexplained artifacts. Artifacts such as suggest advanced technology far beyond the time in which they were created, like the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek analog computer, or the intricate tools found in ancient tombs, could be ancient relics of ancient knowledge, possibly originating from Atlantean sources or their interaction with other advanced cultures. The Baghdad battery, a clay jar with a copper cylinder or iron rod, might indicate early knowledge of electricity, suggesting that knowledge of electricity energy was far older than traditionally believed. Artifacts with mysterious origins. Ancient artifacts that demonstrate sophisticated craftsmanship, like the precision cut stones at sites such as Pomacuncu in Bolivia or the Great Pyramid of Giza, might indicate the remnants of the civilization that had access to the high tech tools or energy sources unknown to later cultures. Number 4, global connection and the spread of ideas. Interconnected ancient civilizations. The idea of Atlantis as an advanced civilization suggests that there may have been global network or civilizations with knowledge flowing between them. The Sumerian Egyptians and Indus Valley civilization, for example, could have been in contact with each other and shared advanced technology, possibly through Atlantean intermediaries. The creation of writing systems, astronomy, mathematics, and architectural marvels could have been part of the global exchange. The spread of architectural knowledge. The rapid spread of architectural knowledge across different continents, like the domestication of wheat in the Fertile Crescent and corn in the Mesoamerica, could also be interpreted as the diffusion of knowledge from a highly advanced civilization that understood not only advanced technologies but also how to optimize agriculture for large-scale civilization building. The role of cataclysmic events in history. The fall of Atlantis as a catalyst. If Atlantis was destroyed by a cataclysmic event, the loss of this civilization might explain why humanity went through periods of regression or even near total collapse. The cataclysm could have been massive geographical event, earthquake, flood, volcanic eruption, something like that, or the result of a misuse of advanced technology leading to the downfall of the civilization. Rebuilding after cataclysm. After such an event, it would make sense that many civilizations would start over with only fragmented knowledge of the past. The sudden rise of cultures with knowledge of astronomy, engineering, and writing might be a response to the need to rebuild society using the advanced knowledge that had been handed down before the fall of Atlantis. Number 6, the role of mystical and occult traditions. Occult knowledge as hidden knowledge. Many of the mystical and esoteric traditions throughout history, such as alchemy, Hermeticism, and Gnosticism, often point to hidden or lost knowledge, possibly originating from the advanced civilizations like Atlantis. These traditions could be seen as an effort to preserve and transmit the advanced spiritual and scientific principles that Atlanteans once practiced, passed down through secret societies or spiritual teachings. The Freemasons and Rosicrucians and other secretive groups often claim to guard esoteric knowledge, some of which might be tied to the lost sciences of Atlantis or other ancient civilizations with advanced technologies. Modern technological parallels. The rapid rise of modern technology. The swift advancements in technology from the Industrial Revolution onward could be seen as a modern-day rediscovery of lost knowledge. Some researchers argue that the rapid development of electricity, computers, and quantum mechanics suggests that ancient knowledge might have been rediscovered or reintroduced into the modern era, possibly from ancient sources such as Atlantis. Ancient knowledge in modern science. Concepts like zero-point energy and quantum entanglement could be linked to the energy manipulation technologies attributed to the Atlanteans. If their civilization had harnessed such principles, they might have laid the groundwork for some of the most cutting-edge theories and technologies we are only beginning to understand today. Conclusion. By viewing history through the lens of lost advanced civilizations like Atlantis, many otherwise unexplained aspects of human history, such as sudden technological leaps, mysterious artifacts, shared myths, and global connections between ancient cultures, begin to make more sense. The rapid rise and fall of civilizations, the transmission of knowledge across generations, and the hidden wisdom found in mythology all support the idea that humanity may have once been privy to advanced technologies that were either lost or hidden after a cataclysmic event. This perspective offers a more holistic view of human development, suggesting that modern civilization may not have developed entirely from scratch, but instead built upon a foundation of rediscovered ancient wisdom. Thank you.